Mayors, the 18th local domestic policy issue, i.e. local government. I wanted a single word title for each of my 20 policy issues, and I hope you can understand mayors really refers to local government. I've already done a video under the 7 key campaigns, so I'll just reiterate it briefly. One is that I think all the regions of England, equivalent to the European constituency areas, should have their own elected regional government with ability to keep a proportion of the income generated in the area in order to be a democratically accountable way of upgrading the infrastructure and business opportunity and life of each region in a way that the central government in London I think is ill-equipped to do. Secondly, I would like to see government of local authorities by committees about each of the particular areas, such as child care, transport, parks, street care, things like that. A committee for each one, so that there can be proper democratic argument and debate before making decisions about each particular thing that the city council or whatever local authority it is decides on. I think that's the better way forward, even though I realise it may appear clumsy at times. I think that's better than having cabinets with one person responsible for each area of activity of the city council, because it doesn't promote good, healthy, democratic debate. And I think elected mayors would go even further down that road, and I don't want that. I think having single member wards instead of wards which a lot of local authority areas have, where there are more than one member per ward, so say in Birmingham's case 3 in each ward, I think that just muddles up the responsibility of the elected person to each elector. And I think it's much better to have a bit like the relationship between MPs and their electors. You know who your single one MP is. In that situation, you'd know who your councillor is. Be somebody who lives locally, should be obliged to live in the ward, and should actually have some real power on these committees about the various areas of activity of each council. I think it would reignite people's interest that they can in the democratic process, because people are turned off by the democratic process. So few people vote, and it's very unfortunate. It's a very unstable situation for our country to be in, and I think to have a clear ability to elect somebody to the city council who can actually do things, it would increase people's desire to vote. Then I think for many years there's been a mistrust between central government and local government, perhaps expressed most eloquently by the fact that most of, I think it's true to say, most of the income of local authorities comes from a central government grant, which is sort of demeaning really for the local government. Changing that and enabling the local government to keep more of the proceeds of the economic activity of their area is a risk. I can see that, but I think we should have a team atmosphere in our country where we trust each other, and where central government trusts local government, and local government is structured in a way and has the right spirit to rise to the occasion and prove itself trustworthy with the best interests of its community at heart. Rather separate thing, under mayors as well, under local authorities, is community relations, and particularly in Birmingham, where we have a multicultural society, and in other areas as well, such as Luton and Bradford and Slough and places like that. Now, how are we to get on as a society together? People coming from different parts of the world, often not speaking each other's language, often the women not fully engaging with society. And I think that if we step back and get the right atmosphere in society as a whole, and we're working together towards something that we all can believe in, making the world a better place for people, making it so that people have got enough to eat and don't have to suffer under tyrants and wars and in famine and stuff like that. I think everybody can see the point of that, and if we're working towards the same goal, then I think we will get on together better, including in the particular localities of our city, some of which are difficult to help facilitate turning into happy places to live. And I think urban regeneration, if more people have jobs, if there are fewer people who are disenchanted with bothering to live in a way which is friendly towards other people, then we're more likely to get our money's worth in the money put into urban regeneration and renewing the sort of physical structure of our societies, building new public works and so on. I think we'll get more benefit in turning a place into a nice place to live and work if people are active and on side, and we get that by having a vision, having a purpose that everybody has bought into, everybody that honours and wants to be part of. It's a sort of touchy-feely kind of thing, but I think it makes a real difference. I think it would make a real difference to the ethos of our society, and whether we can actually turn our cities into beautiful places for the eye and beautiful places to live in. Thanks very much.